Today we're going to go over the process of organ donation. I'm going to go over the process and how it's done, the abundant amount of myths that go with organ donation, and becoming an organ donor, the process about signing up. Becoming an organ donor truly is the gift of life, because whenever you die, obviously you're not going to need your organs, so why not donate them to someone that's in need of them? Have you ever had a loved one that needed an organ to survive? My uncle, who I was very close with, had hereditary heart disease and received a heart from a 20-year-old female who died in a car accident. We were given 10 more years with him because of this gift. Understanding the process of organ donation, it can be scary at times, but once you understand it and discuss it with your family, it can make your decision a lot easier. And it can ease your family whenever the time comes for that decision. The process of becoming an organ donor, first thing to become an organ donor, you need to register with organ.gov. That becomes your legal consent. 2, discuss it with your family. As long as your family are aware of your wishes whenever you die, then again, that could put them at ease. Once you register at organdonor.gov, the process is relatively simple. The hospital that you're at, the hospital will test for brain activity and brain function, brain death. They're basically going to keep you alive artificial means until they contact the state's organ procurement organization. The hospital then begins the matching process, and they alert receiving facilities. They send out organ transport teams, come and get your organs. You're again kept alive by artificial means, harvest your organs, then it goes to the necessary recipient. Everything goes through a very strict process. Understanding organ donation can make the act of doing it a whole lot easier. There are a bunch of myths which keep people from becoming an organ donor. A couple of these are, if I donate my organs, then the emergency facility is not going to try their hardest to save me. It's not true. As a medical provider, you take what is called a Hippocratic oath, which means that you take all means necessary to save someone's life. It doesn't matter if you're an organ donor, you're rich, you're poor. Another myth is, I'm too young or too old to donate. Again, not true. If you have an 18-year-old that can consent to donate their organs to their parents, they can do the same thing, and the same thing if you're older. My health is poor and nobody's going to want my organs anyway. Again, that's not true. According to the Mayo Clinic, there's only a few diseases that can actually not make you an organ donor. Obviously, the main ones are AIDS, HIV, and hepatitis. A lot of people think you can't have an open casket funeral. If you donate your organs, it has absolutely no effect on the outside appearance of your body. They can even harvest your skin and then take the skin off your back, put it over. Obviously, you're going to be fully clothed, so you can still have an open casket. Religious beliefs, again, there are a lot of religions that still allow organ donation. Again, if you're not sure, talk it over with a member of your church and go from there. According to organdonor.gov, over 118,000 people are on the waiting list. 18 of those people will die while waiting every day. Understanding how to register and talking with your family is the best way to do it. Speak with your immediate family. If you're married, talk with your spouse. If you're not married, if you're single, talk it over with your parents. Next, you can register at www.organdonor.gov. Again, once you've registered on this website, it becomes your legal consent to become an organ donor. So if there's not anyone there to consent for you at the hospital, it's in the database and you're good to go. If you're still not at ease about becoming an organ donor, there's a couple of other websites that you can go to, AmericanTransplantFoundation.org, WebMD, or again, you can go to organdonor.gov. Sir Francis Bacon stated, "Knowledge is power." This is true for many things, including organ donation. Like I said before, people don't do things simply because they're scared, they don't understand it, they don't understand the process. Do your research before you make your decision. Remember, you can save 8 lives by becoming an organ donor. If you or your loved one needed an organ, wouldn't you wish that someone else's family made that decision? Help save lives and donate your organs.